brown butter bites. Let's talk about brown butter bites. You've heard me mention them in probably every single video that we've done so far because they are by far a lifesaver for me on this carnivore diet so far. So this is what they look like. So this was just popped out of a silicone mold that I could keep in the freezer. That right there, you would think that is burnt. That is actually the best part of this butter bite, is like the brown cracklings that come off of it. All I'm gonna do is I've got my skillet heating up right here. Got that skillet heating up, about to put my butter in, and I'm just gonna let that butter melt and get brown, and that's it. Then I'm gonna pour it into my silicone molds and I'm going to let it cool, and then I stick it in the freezer. And one thing that we've just started doing is we've started sprinkling salt over it while it's cooling in that silicone mold. They are so, so good. So good. I keep my stovetop on, I keep the heat on about medium. And then once it starts getting really, really hot, after it's all melted, I'll usually turn my heat down a little bit and just let it brown slowly. You don't want to burn it. I have burned it once, and you don't want to under brown it because then it just tastes like butter, which is fine. But when you want something sweet and you're expecting the goodness that these brown butter bites have whenever you actually do it right, you want to get it just right. So I would rather have them more brown than not brown enough. I have learned that. So make sure you keep them on there long enough, and I stir it you want to stir it frequently. I've got it on 2. All right, so when I stir it, I can still see the yellow of the butter. I don't want to see that. I want to see brown. So I'm turning my heat down because we are pretty hot now. I usually don't let it get this wild, because I'm usually cooking other stuff while I'm cooking this. I usually do this in the mornings at breakfast, but we just ran out. So I figured I would go ahead and make another batch. All right, so our heat's come down a good bit. You can still see the yellow of the butter. All right, it's been about 5 minutes, and you can see how it's starting to get brown. Still a little bit golden, but you see how everything's browning up. That's what we want. I'm gonna do a little bit longer. Like I said, I would rather it be a little brown than not brown enough. A little too brown than not brown enough. So there we go. You can smell it too. I feel like you can smell the difference. It's like a nutty smell. Smells so good. So these are my molds. Yes, I know that they look gross, but they're clean, and well, I know they look gross, but I just reuse them from where we've just poured them in there. So that's all the brown pieces left over from the brown butter. And this is my silicone mold. You can use any kind of silicone mold, and I'm just gonna pour it right into this. All right, so we've got that brown tint, and we've got a nutty flavor filling up the house. I'm going into my molds with this. And all those cracklings on the bottom, you want that. I don't know if they're called cracklings. That's what I call them. Butter cracklings. This pan was clean and empty when I started this. So all of this is from the butter. Try to get a little bit in each one. That's the best part. Ouch. Oh, it smells so good. All right. Here we go. And what I do is I just let it cool on the counter, and then I put them in the freezer, and that's where they stay. And when we want a little sweet tooth of a snack, we just grab a butter bite.